Today in this session, we are going to learn about the array list in Java. This session is going to be totally practical, but first of all, we will understand the concept. So what is array list? The array list class implements the list interface. It uses a dynamic array to store the duplicate elements of the different data types. The array list class maintains the insertion order and is non-synchronized. The element stored in the array list class can be randomly accessed. Now we talk about the important points related to the array list here. The first point is that array list class can contain duplicate elements. Duplicate element it can contain. ArrayList class maintains insertion order. ArrayList class is non-synchronized. ArrayList allows random access because the array works on an index basis. ArrayList manipulation is little bit slower than the linked list in because a lot of shifting needs to occur if any element is removed from the array list. Now, we cannot create any array list of the primitive type such as int, float, char, etc. It is required to use the required wrapper class in such cases. So this is very important. Arrays get initialized by the size. The size is dynamic in the array list, which varies according to the elements getting added or removed from the list. Now, if you want to create a synchronized list, so if you want to create a synchronized list, then it should be wrapped using the collection.synchronize method. So it should be done at the creation time to prevent accidental unsynchronized access to the list. It means whenever you are creating an array list, you can use the method collection.synchronize list, and within that you can create the object of the array list, and whatever reference you will get, that will present a synchronized array list here. So now these are the methods you can say which are important method related to the array list here. We have a add method. It is used to insert the specific element in the specific or specified position in a list here. Then we have a add method. So we are going to learn these methods one by one. Okay, but before that, let me show you that a sample that how we can create an object of array list. So this is the you can say simple a program where I have created a object of array list and then I can add the elements there, and you can see that when I run this program, the output is that you can see that. So you can see here the main thing is that array list allows duplicates, so that's why you can see that Lord Shiva is appearing two times because I added the you can say two times Lord Shiva object in my array list here. So now we'll talk about the you can say functions. First of all, we will see that if we want to add any element, we have a method that is add. So let me go to the my you can say Eclipse here, and Eclipse I'm going to create an object of a array list here. So how we can create the object of a array list? ARRYLIST array list. Okay, so now LI. So you can see that this is the array list here, and now here you can see that there is a E. So what is the E? I will tell you about the E, but for the timing, don't use array list. In the array list, don't use any E and simply create a reference list equal to new. I will simply do the same thing here, array list here. So now I've created the object of array list, and now you can see that there is no need to give any initial size of the array list. This is the you can say it is a dynamic in the nature. If you want, you can give it, but it is not mandatory to give the size of the array list. Now, if you want to add the you can say elements there, you have a function that is called list.add, and you can see that we have two flavors: add object, and we can add you can say object at a particular index here. Okay, so first of all, I want to show you one thing, like you can add any type of data here. I have added you can say 6 here, and if I want, I can add other type of data also, like you can say that list.add, and I can add any string here, like I've added Pradeep here. So you can say why I'm not getting this error, because by default you can say collections are you can say heterogeneous, means you can store multiple type of data here, but it is recommended that whenever you are creating a collection, you should make it you can say you should give the generic type, means like after the errors I can make a diamond operator, and here I can decide that what type of data I want to store it. So I want to allow only the integer data, so I can use this thing, and this is called you are defining the you can say raw type here. So now you can say that after giving it in your collection, you can store only the you can say only the integer type of data. If I will give it you can say a string here, then you can store only the string data here. So this is the thing. Okay, now I am going to add multiple data here. Let me add 6 here. Then I'm going to add, let me add few elements here. So let me add 5 elements here. So I'm giving the different element, like I'm giving 2 here, then I'm giving 4 here, then I'm giving 1 here. Okay, then I'm again, you can say 2 here. And now let me give it here again. You can say some different, like 5 here. So intentionally, I have added the, you can say two times so that I can show you that it is, you can say storing the, it is considering the duplicate data. So if I will print the array list, this one here, you will see that this is going to print the all the elements in the array list here. So let me run it, and you can see that it is printing the data, you can say all the elements of the array list, as well as you can say that as insertion order is maintained, you can see the same order here, 2, then 4, then 1, 2, 5, same is, you can say, appearing here. So it maintains the, you can say, insertion order also. Now you can see that you can use the add method to add the element, and by default it add the element at the end of the, you can say it add function is used to append the specific element at the end of the list. Now if you want to insert the specific element at the specified position, you can use this method add index comma element. So you can see that, suppose take the example, I want to add one more element, so I'm going to add list dot add, but this time I want to add on a specific index here. So suppose take the example, I'm going to add, you can say, 1 here. Okay, I'm using this method. I'm going to say that I want to store 1, and at 1 I want to store, suppose take the example, element that is called 9 here. So now the important thing is that you can see that when this program will run, it will add the element, all the elements like 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, and when the control will come to this line, it will, you can say, add 9 element but at the index 1. So you will see that in the final output that where 9 is stored, because it maintains the insertion order. So let me run it, and you can see that here you can say that 9 is appearing at one index. So 2 and one index, at one index the element was 4, but now it becomes 9. So after this, you can say this line, it becomes 9. So that's why you can see in the final output here. So here you can say use this method too. You can say store the element as at a specific index here. Now if you want to fetch an element, you have a method that is called get, and you can give the index here. So now you can see that I will do one thing. I am going to call the, so let me print this list as it is, and in the next line I'm going to show you the method list dot, and you can say that get here. In the get you can pass the index. I can show you that if I'm going to put the index, you can say that 1, definitely you are going to get it 9. Well, so sometimes what happens is in the interview, you can say the interviewer can confuse you by adding these elements, and after that he will add this element here. And what will happen when he will give you the, you can say, a statement that list dot get 1. So sometimes people confuse it that it is 0 and this is 1 here. So it should give the 4. No, because the after running the this line also, the position of the element at one index will change to 9 here. So if I'm going to run this program, you will see that what is the output here. So output is here 9 here. Okay, so here you can give the index. If I'm going to give any other index, like for example, I'm giving the index 2 here. So now you can say that what you will get at 2, simply you know that at the 2 we have an element that is called 4 here. Okay, so this is the method to get a particular element. Now if you want to check whether your list is empty or not, you can call the is empty method. So for example, I can do the things here, list dot, you can say that is empty. So you can say that my list is not empty, so I can run it, and you will see that it will return the value, you can say false here, because my list is not empty. If it is empty, it will return the, you can say, true here. So for that purpose, I can do one thing. If I simply, let me do one thing, let me, you can say, control delete here. Okay, and now let me run this code, so you will see that. So you can say that this list is my blank, and my empty is this time returning true because I don't have any element here. So you can say this is the, you can say, purpose of the list method here. Now I have added my same elements again, and now we'll go to the next one. Object to array. It is used to return an array containing all the element in the list in the correct order. So if you want to, in the simple word, you can say that you have a list and you want to get the, or you want to get the all the elements from the list. And you want to store in a array list, you can store it how? You have to simply call this method. So let me do one thing. I'm going to say this thing, list dot, and you can say to array. Okay, so when you say that list on two array, it will return the, you can say, elements in the array in the form of, you can say that, in the form of, you can say, what you will say that in the form of object. If you want, you can do one thing, you can call this one also. Okay, you can define that which what type of in which object you want to store it. You can use this one. So you can go with two array object also, and you can go with this one to this one also. Okay, so if you want to see this one, let me show you this thing also. First of all, this one, and now it is going to convert into the array object, and now you can store it. So I will store in a object array object, and now let me make an array, and we will say that list ARR. So I can show you that now what happened after running this program. It will, you can say, stored all the elements in the this list array. If you want to see that, I can do one thing. I can show you list. You can say list one. So let me print this array here. So I'm going to print this array here. So you can say it is printing the object. So you can do one thing. You can make a loop on that, and you can get printed all the elements. So if you want to see that, so I can do one thing for that purpose. I'm going to make a loop for there, and I can do one thing. You can say list here. Okay, and I can make a objcd, this one object obj here, and now I can do this thing. And now let me write this code inside my this you can say for enhanced for loop, and you can see that it is going to print the values or not. So let me print it here, this one. So here I'm using the, you can say, for each loop to print the values of my array. So here you can see that it is printing the values. You can see that this one. So you can say that with the help of list.toArray function, you can convert the your array into the you can convert your array list into the array, and then whatever you want to do, you can utilize it. Okay, now we have a method contains. Contains is used to test whether an element, particular element, contains or not. So let me show you that thing also. For that purpose, let me first of all remove this thing, and I'm going to call the function list dot, and you can say contains. So you can give any element, like I'm saying that contains, you can say, suppose take the example, I will say contains 9 here, and now you can say that if you will run it, and you will see the answer is that it contains 9, so you will get the answer true here. If I'm going to want to check, suppose take the example 7, so you know that in my list 7 do not contain, so answer will be, you can say that false will be there, this one. So this is the use of the method. Now we have a size method. Size method is actually used to find the number of elements is available. So you can say that I'm going to call the method size here, and now you can say that how many elements are there. You will get that number with the help of size method. Okay, now we have a method that is called, you can say, compare, sort, compare. Sort is actually used to you can say sort the element on a particular, you can say, on the basis of particular element. So you can sort it. Otherwise, you can say that mostly it is used for, you can say, for you can say custom classes. Otherwise, if you want to sort it, you have a method that is for collection dot sort here. Okay, so if you want to see, let me show you that thing also, because that is also very interesting thing. So first of all, let me run this thing, this one. So you can say that this one, and now I'm going to call a method that is called, going to say that collezti collections, and there's a method that is called sort here. So in the collection.sort method, you can pass your list here. So I have passed the list here, this one list here. Okay, and now I will do one thing. I am just going to print this list again. So I will do one thing. I have just printed the list here. Then I call the sort list method, and then I have, you can say, again printed the list. So you will see the difference here. That what happens that first of all it printed the list, but after calling the collection.sort method, it sorted the elements of the list, and that's why after that it is printing the list in the sort. So you can say in this way you can use this method to you can say utilize the array list in your programs. If you have any doubt related to the array list, you can put the doubt in the comment of this video, and if you like the video, can click on the like button. If you have not subscribed my channel till now, you can subscribe it. Thank you.